Well, everybody, welcome back once again. You know it is JJ with you on JJ's PC Builds. As I'm eating my lunch, as y'all can see, it's time to get started. Graphics card nightmares right here on the channel. We're going to do our usual look through like we always do every week. We're going to check out Amazon, Newegg, and Micro Center to see if they got any new GPUs out, as well as next generation GPUs. We're not expecting them right now, so there's not really much to talk about when it comes to that. So what we're going to do is we're going to dive right into Amazon and see what they got cooking. So make sure y'all stay tuned and make sure you subscribe so you know what's going on. Alrighty, now we made it to the action screen. Let's go ahead and get it started with a little bit of Amazon. As y'all know, we'll just go right into it. And I know I forgot. I know you guys are going to razz me about it. And you guys are going to say, well, Jay, how come you didn't turn on the big cursor? We got the big cursor right here. Let's go ahead and type in Amazon. I probably got the caps on, which I do. We'll go ahead and go to the top. We'll go down to where it says computers, graphics cards for gaming PCs. Now, let's go ahead and explore what's going on. With the new games coming out, like that new Star Wars game that came out, some of these older GPUs might not be able to cut it. Even my 4070 can't even cut it on that game. And that's like the current gen right now. So, sorry, I'm eating while I'm doing this. All I can say is, y'all save your money up and get a card that's got 16 gigabytes of VRAM. That's great in performance. Some people are saying don't get AMD because it's not going to cut it. Well, even the 4090 ain't cutting it with that game. But it could. Some people are saying that the 4080 Super ain't cutting it. But I am not going to tell you guys to spend $1,000 just to play a game. Best thing I'd tell you to do is wait until the new series comes out. Maybe there's an uplift somewhere to where you can play these games at their full competition mode. But past and current GPUs are not really going to cut it anymore. So let's hope that when they come out with the next generation, it'll be able to handle them games. But from what I'm seeing right now, it's not looking like that. It seems game developers, let's go ahead and go to Newegg, decided to push the limits of hardware and go beyond it. So when it comes to the new game, AAA games, it doesn't look like it's going to, hold up to what it's supposed to. I know you guys are saying to me, Jay, well, how in the hell am I supposed to play this game when it's not keeping up to the standards? Well, all I can do is tell you to turn down the graphics. I know you'll be missing out on something, but you have to keep it at a low 80% in order to run those games. I see many reviewers benchmarking and stuff. I'm not gonna spend $100 on a game that I can't play with the current graphics card that I got. So it looks like game developers are going to have to make some kind of change to make the game run correctly on older hardware, which I doubt they'll do that. $7,900 XT, $689, $690. That's not too bad. That is not too bad. I mean, it's only $120 more than the 4070. And that's got 20 gigabytes of VRAM compared to 12. And I know my GPU's got 12 gigabytes of VRAM, so I'm stuck with it. That's NVIDIA's fault. They should up the RAM on the 2070 to 16 gigabytes of VRAM, which they didn't. Even the Super Series doesn't have 16 gigs. It would if you got, let's say, a 4080 or a 4070 Ti Super. Then you're looking at to where you can get something done, but you still don't get full performance out of that game. You still won't get the full performance out of the game. So basically, this generation compared to that game is like a crapshoot right now. That's if you want to wait until the new generation comes out. But nobody's guaranteeing that new generation is going to be even better. Especially with the performance levels that this game runs at. And if you want to see those performance levels, go over there to Hardware Unboxed. He's got all the benchmarks right now on it. That would be much of good interest. So make sure you check him out over there as well. Because I can see that there's no sense of me benchmarking the game. Especially if they're going to make you pay $100 for it. I know you guys are going to rip me a new one in the comments below, so it's all good. But I can tell you right now, I can't see with the current hardware of any gamer accomplishing anything off of that game. Not unless they lower some settings and you lose some textures. That would be the only way that that game would run 100% on any GPU, really. So, looking through here, I don't see much. The prices are staying right up at the top right now. Looks like they increased prices a little bit since the middle of this month. So, I mean, 6800 XT is for $429, $430. Now that can keep up with the 4070. If you were looking to want a card that'll keep up with the 4070, excuse me, the 6800 XT will do that. If you're looking to keep up with that kind of card, it's got 16 gigabytes of VRAM. I think it'll do well. If you're just looking for a cheap replacement. And I know you guys are going to say $430 is not a cheap replacement. But neither is a $600 graphics card. And you got one there that'll keep up with, if it's the OC version, it should keep up with the 4070 in graphics. Maybe not ray tracing, but it definitely will keep up. in rasterization. So that might be a card you might want to think about. And I know you guys are going to say, yeah, Jay, you about done jamming your face full of stuff? Almost. I'm almost done with my lunch. I just wanted to sit with you guys and eat lunch and talk about these couple things, you know. I mean, look right here, the 7900 GRE, 569 bucks. You probably get it cheaper. See right here, 549 bucks. But they're not the OC version, the overclocked version. So that's kind of a limiting factor to me. I created a hell of a pizza, I'll tell you that much. I just had to get that, get my lunch done really fast, and they got a 3080, which I don't know. I don't think a 3080 would be sufficient. Could be, but to me, 6800 XT would be for last generation. 7800 XT, 7900 GRE, or the 7900 XT. Those would be good for upgrades. They're still within between the $500 to $600 range. Now, cards that are down between the $200 and $300 range, to run those games, you'd have to run them at super low settings. You would even have to probably take your monitor screen down to 720p. Yeah. Just to keep up on the FPS. Alrighty, we're down at the bottom. Looks like it's cheaper to go over there to Amazon to get a 7900 XT. Moving on. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Yeah, we can do it one-handed. Let's see. Graphics cards. Oh, they do them pop-ups. That pop-up stunk. Hmm. 600, 800. Isn't that where they said the 4080 Super was at $800? All right. Enough of that. You guys are done seeing that, so we'll go ahead and we'll just move on from that. So, thank you for letting me have my lunch, by the way. So, $1,800 for a 4090. Wow. 4080 Super is $1,100. Wow. Unbelievable. Do I see any deals right now? Not this month. So far, I'm seeing nothing but nightmares. Yeah, you can get 2 free games with the 7800 XT. It's got 16 gigabytes of VRAM. Yeah. I mean, that would knock it down to 100, make it 385. That would be a good deal. Or you can get a 7900 XT. You probably go over there on Amazon too. Comes with 2 free games. So that means it knocks it down to 650 bucks. About the price of a 4070 Super. So yeah, I mean that's another good little deal. 4080 Super, that's too expensive for me. I know if it's going to be too expensive for me, it's going to be too expensive for you. Not to say it's not. It's probably going to be where you can afford it, but I think on the basis of the consumer in average that doesn't have a lot, only got nickels and dimes to work with. So yeah, I'm on that level when it comes to the consumer. This would be $439. This would be 930 bucks. This one would be same 930 bucks. This one would be $589. Wow. Right here. ASRock RX 7900 XT. $589 with 2 free games, making it up to $690. So it'd be 590 bucks. You all better go over to Micro Center and get this one right here. If I had 590 bucks right now, I'd be definitely going to Micro Center to get this 7900 XT. Overclocked, so that's the reason why. So this one would be a really good one. Because this would be 719 and this would be 590. I don't mind the way that looks. I can dig it. Let's see. 7800 XT. 2 free games. Make that $390. The price of an RX 6800. So if you get it without games, it'd be $490. If you go to spend on a couple games as it is, and that'd be $100, this would save you $100 to get this GPU. This would make the GPU $390, and this would make the games $100. So in actuality, you save $100. I know you guys don't look at it that way, but it is what it is. $450 right here. Micro Center's got a couple good deals. Looks like they got a couple good deals. So far. I mean, that's what it looks like so far. I mean, geez. Let's see. $600 for that. That ain't such a great deal. Let's see. $890. That's getting close to a 4080 Super. The price on a 4070 Ti Super or 4080 Super. So wow. 6800, 369. 4070 Super, nope. $599 for a 7900 XT. Still not bad deal. Let's see what else. Y'all ain't into a 3060 anymore. Yeah. Let's see. $390 for a white one. Not bad. $610. 7900 XT. I go back to the ones that are below $600. It's just that $100 difference that makes the best of it. So, pretty much all in all, that's what comes down to Micro Center. So let's go back to the top. I want to talk about one little thing. Let's go to processors. I know it's not a part of graphics card nightmares, but I want to see what the 7600 X3D is going to cost. If it's on here. So we'll look up the 7600 X3D. Nope, doesn't seem like it's on here. I'm taking a couple extra minutes to look at their Labor Day deals. Then we'll get to the end of the video. Okay, so they're bundling $100 worth of RAM to that. That makes it $280. Wow. So that makes that $280 just for the CPU. So let's see what they're bundling. So you get a free, you could say $100 worth of RAM. Is it a good deal? Who knows? All right, guys, I'm done messing with this here. So we'll take and just turn everything out and go back to the main screen. Okay, this is the deal. Micro Center has some good deals. I only seen like maybe one on Amazon and nothing really on Newegg, but when it comes to, the processors and stuff like that, I'm still going to wait for the 9000X3D series before I decide to go on with that, because then the 800 series motherboards will be out, but I'm overall waiting till 2025, because that by then, in the beginning of 2025, they should have everything that you would need to be building an upgraded PC. Right now, they don't have everything out. So, and by the first quarter of 2025, they should have the 9000X3D series out. So, we're waiting till then when it comes to the processors. I know it's not about the graphics cards, but I was hoping that at the end of this year to the beginning of next year, they would have some type of new graphics cards out. Because I'm going to tell you something, guys. Right now, the way the current GPUs are, they're not going to survive these new games. They will if you tone them down, but then you're going to lose visual, not totally lose all visual, but you're going to lose some of that visualization performance. You're going to lose a little bit of that just to play the game. You spend $100 on a game and you turn around and you can't get all the performance out of the game because it's restricted, because the game has higher performance values than your graphics card has to offer. So it's one of those to where you have to make a decision. I want to play the game, but I have to tone down my graphics, or I wait to buy the game and then go and purchase me a stronger graphics card that can handle that game. Be honest with you, I am not going to buy a new graphics card just to fit that game. Because then it comes down to the fact that you need a new graphics card, then turns around you're going to need a new motherboard, then it's going to turn around you're going to need new system RAM, then it's going to turn around you need a new processor, and you're flipping your whole PC to a brand new, architecture. You're just going from AM5 to AM5. So do you think it's worth it? No. Now, maybe next year it might be worth it, but think about in 2027, the AM platform for AM5 is going to discontinue in 2027. So you're only going to have 2 years on a newer built platform, but it's going to end of life at 2027. It's not like if you went over there to Intel and decided to get a 13th, 14th gen. 14th gen is end of that generation process. So basically, you got to wait for a new motherboard. You got to wait for Arrow Lake processor, for your desktop and all that. It's just going to be a lot of hubbub because their generation for their next generation is going up to the 800 series motherboards, and we know 800 series is not going to be cheap. The 800 series motherboards are not going to be cheap, so don't think that they are. And the new graphics cards that are probably going to come out, they're not going to be cheap neither. As you know, NVIDIA is going to mark up the price. AMD is going to consider to mark up the price. And Intel is going to consider to mark up the price. And when it comes to, the lower end of the gaming spectrum, they're going to come to the point where they're going to keep it mid-level and they're going to keep it upper level. So the lower level, you might get once in a blue moon. So when you buy your graphics cards, I always buy my graphics cards right in the middle. Not down too far low and not up too far high where it costs too much. Right in the middle. That's why I got these right here. As these two on this generation are right in the middle when they were produced. Now, when they wrapped up new cards around them, that's kind of a different story. But initially, when I first bought them, the newer cards weren't out. So basically, that was the new cards. So, all right, everybody. I just wanted to give you this little bit of a powwow about, what kind of graphics card to buy. I know you guys are kind of uncertain what to buy now. And trust me, I understand that. But if you want to keep up on the newest games, then you better think about the minimal being at 16 gigabytes of VRAM or higher. And also, too, watch the benchmarks from different reviewers to give you a better analogy of what would be the best graphics card to play those upper games. Keep that in mind. But we made it to the end of the video, and if this is your first time here, subscribe, hit the like button, and also, too, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know when I post the next video. Until the next time and the next video, you know what this is, and we will see you on the next one.